Uno
Oh,
mas.
stragglers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. So Jake decided it would be funny just to laugh at nothing for no reason before we begin recording. I was literally setting up the match, and he just went, and I asked him what was so funny, and
It's just because you were you're like, so how you been?
yeah, because
It was just so odd.
I mean, because I always feel like it's performative for me just to be like, start recording and then immediately just be like, so how have you been? I care about you now. Like, how have you been?
I care about you now.
Like, so I just now I was like, hey, maybe I should like ask him like how he's been doing off camera before we start. Um, and then he was like, I noticed that he was like visibly shocked because he's like, oh, good. I was like, yeah, that was weird to do. I probably won't do that ever again. But yeah, guys, it's June 20th,
Yeah.
the day before June 21st. So.
the day and the day after June.
Yeah, some say
The
it's
holiday that everyone is pissed off about.
Yeah, some say June 20th is also the 20th day of June.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, I heard about
Oh
that.
yeah, June 19th though. That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was.
Is that like one of those fake black holidays or something, or like
It's
like it just started
I feel
existing
like
years ago. I
it's
feel like
to celebrate the day that after the Civil War it was like the day they like liberated, like slavery officially ended.
uh-huh.
Um yeah, so what I actually when I looked it up yesterday because my dad was making a whole fuss about it. Of course he was, and
Right.
I looked up what it actually was because I actually did not know what it was like specifically in regards, but I mean, I get it. This isn't me like dunking, but I also think if we're gonna do like ending of slavery, I think we should have it should also be a holiday when the 13th Amendment was passed that actually ended slavery for
Yeah.
good.
And also the name is just kind of like, the fuck does Juneteenth even mean?
I don't even know if they referred to it
Because
back then.
I haven't heard of this.
Again,
Like the first time I heard about Juneteenth was like
wanna-
after COVID.
I want to like emphasize that we're not like saying like, "Ooh, we need to get rid of this holiday." It's just like
No, I think we should. I think we should totally get rid of it. Fuck black people. I'm just kidding. Oh, I want to fuck black women, but anyways. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but I would just be like, "Hey, we should have the when the 13th Amendment was passed, I think that should also be a little
yeah, I
something."
think the 13th Amendment makes most sense because that was kind of the thing that set everything in motion. And I don't think anybody remembers what the Civil War you said ended.
So like they say like officially the Civil War ended in like, but there was still fighting going on up until like June.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people think, but yeah. Well, when Lee surrendered, but it was there was still fighting going on. And that was true with a lot of wars back then because word doesn't get around as quickly as it does today.
Yeah, and that's like an unfortunate thing to think about. Like imagine like the main guys are just like, hey, let's stop fighting. But then like the soldiers just don't know and they just die for no fucking reason. Like I mean that kind of just is war in general. Like war always is just kind of useless in my opinion. Like I understand that there's resources and money and land and all that shit involved, but like why not just fucking, do a thumb wrestling match and
We gotta do it on a Switch Sports
yeah,
Resort.
just totally sick. Like I don't know why Winston Churchill and Al Taylor didn't just like boot out their Switch 2s and just be like, hey, battle me in Switch Splits 2, so and then they're like, bet. and then enough lost, but it's I think that would have been better.
Imagine how more peaceful the world would be if they could just settle things on like Wii Sports
Yeah.
Bowling.
Like, hey, you fucked my girlfriend? Alright, bet. Jump on Switch Sports Resort. Alright, bud? And the guy's just like, alright, fucker. Yeah. I'll fuck you up in thumb wrestling, dude. Imagine, like, in high school, like, instead of, like, actual just wrestling, it's just, like, thumb wrestling on Switch 2. It's like, alright, you guys want to go to tryouts for thumb wrestling? Yeah, I mean, word just in general. I've always had like a weird mixed opinion on word. Like word itself is like fucking horrifying and shit, but I've always been fascinated with like, I'm fucking dog shit and don't understand any of it, but like like the way that word journals would always kind of like articulate like where the troops go and how they, just move about on the war field, and I just the machinery in general, like especially with old war, and know it's something that's fascinating to me, but you know it's I think war just in general is it just wastes away human life away for you know the main reason of men children who have power were angry at each other and decided, hey, I'm going to send people to die for me. So it's kind of a very selfish endeavor to do, but I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. But I mean, that's why I think we should be doing Switch 2 Resort, but that's just me. It's less deadly. I digress, but yeah, I mean, fuck, man. Say no to work. What I say.
They're gonna call you a libtard.
It is for the same reason that all of us say. It's like, I don't want people to die, and it's like, oh, so you're fucking cuck, huh? You don't want people dying?
Cuck liberal loser.
People die every day. So what? What happens if it's just an extra like couple 100,000?
It's always the same talking points. Like,
yeah,
they're like, you're a cuck liberal loser.
And your wife fucks a black man. It's like, it's how I don't know if I talked about this before on the channel, but like I love how MAGA men, anytime like they're like in an argument, and I should say a one-sided argument, because fucking MAGAs just kind of go out of the way to start shit for no reason. But when they're like having an argument, their go-to is always just like, alright, they're liberal, their wife is fucking a black guy. That has to be the case, and nothing else. Like they're either gay, their wife is getting fucked by a black dude named fucking Lamar. Like, it's any of those options. The daughter hates them. The son is gay and getting dicked down by fucking Lamar's sons is like, it's so weird. They always make it about anything like sexual and just like, hey, your wife's getting fucked tonight, not by you, but by someone who I hate the skin color of because I'm projecting. It's yeah, I hate how MAGA is just always kind of resort to that childish fucking argument.
That's just their logic for a lot of things is like
just to be aggressive.
It's like
vulgar.
We go back to the Civil War. It's like, they'll like defend the lost cause in the Confederacy, and then you go, were they left wing or right wing? They're gonna be like, oh, they were a bunch of liberals.
Yeah.
They were the Democrats. Like, yeah, the Democrats of like fucking 160 years ago. Not the same.
Yeah,
not the same.
Two major things that MAGA does not understand, besides logic, are how the political parties shifted drastically And
Oh, and it's
also,
not even like they honestly it's both sides because the left will always be like, well, there was a big switch in the '60s, and it's like, no, there wasn't. They were they go like this like all the time.
yeah,
Like it's like if you look up like the actual like the like party system, like the timeline of it, it is not a straight line or a straight line that just suddenly switched one day. It is like a helix, like a DNA. Like it is like so messy and convoluted, but yeah, and then yeah, it's like also and they'll do the same thing with Germany. They'll talk about how brilliant it was and try to they were trying to stop the bad people, the aka the Jews. Um and but then you go, so were they left wing or right wing? They're going to be like, they were a bunch of liberals.
yeah,
They were a bunch of liberals. But you agree with the liberals? No, I don't agree with liberals.
uh-huh,
But you just, yeah.
yeah, hey,
They and just to like clarify, they were most likely not socialists as they say they were. They were just kind of their own thing.
uh-huh,
But they'll say they were the radical left.
yeah,
But you agree with them low key.
yeah,
But won't admit they agree with the people they think are the left.
but I just admit that you agree with them. Who cares?
I mean, it's still bad if you say you agree with them, but
Like,
but yet you're so open about it though.
yeah, like you fucking agree with them, but like you're like, well, I mean they're liberals, so I mean, fuck them. It's like, no. Why do you just backpedal? It's it's not even the thing you should be backpedaling about. Like, it's I don't get it. Just I remember like just it's like Americans are just like so like open
Someone needs
about like
someone.
fucking being Nazis. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, we fought them. What? It's because like left leaning people are just like against Nazis that like, oh, I gotta be a Nazi now. It's like, what the fuck? We fucking fought them. We hated them for years, and then why are they being cool
And
in
they're like,
America now?
and they're like, we gotta stop Antifa, and it's like, oh yes, the guys who are against fascism
Yes, which is what Germany was.
and Italy.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys, we stormed. Even if you take Germany out, we still stormed Italy to stop fascists,
yeah,
to stop the fascists over there. So even if you want to argue if Germany was or wasn't a fascist, we still stormed Italy to go stop fascists.
yeah. We did.
So, but yeah, like it's just and like another. It's like I also love how they're like I've seen with like this like right wing right leaning like anti woke shit like they can be just so openly gay but yet be so homophobic.
Uh
Like
huh.
I've seen a lot of people shit on the new Wolverine game and they're like this is the ugliest Wolverine. It's like okay, you just admit you find they're like oh, I can't go into this like
Yeah.
oh man, what am I gonna do?
I mean, they fucking call Trump daddy every fucking day, so that is one of the gayest fucking thing ever. And I don't know what is. But I digress. Not going to
You
try and
think
use
they
it.
have like you think it's like they try to present themselves having like the most like masculine like stereotypical like tough guy like kind of thing and then as soon as they say like Trump they just do like the most girliest feminine like daddy.
Oh my god, it's daddy. It is Daddy Trump. Okay. Wow. Wow, guys.
Very cool, guys.
Yeah, you guys are fucking masculine. Like a right winger that I fucking have popping up on Twitter every so often. I have to, because I fucking, it's, I just see him tweet on my timeline. I don't like it, but my dumbass fucking interacts with it half the time, so like that's why I keep showing up. But like Greta Thunberg or something.
Yeah.
Activist. Yeah. So like, there's this guy on Twitter. His ad is Gunther Eagleman, and his his Twitter bio is, I think that's his full name, I guess. David J. Freeman, political commentator, America First, MAGA, Christian, commentary, opinion, and satire.
Oh, he's a groiper.
And he tweeted, how saying like, rumor has it, 23-year-old Greta Thunberg is thinking about starting an OnlyFans to save the world. From school strikes to subscription models, that's one way to lower carbon emissions, I guess. And then he made an AI video. I have not heard the audio of this, but I'm going to now, so...
Hej, jag strejkar för klimatet. Det här är min skolstrejk. Vi måste agera nu, för planeten. Det finns ingen planet B.
Okay, Yeah, nice job, AI, generating a video of a 23-year-old and saying that she's starting an OnlyFans. It's a grown-ass man.
I don't want to say it.
What?
The AI, though, kind of.
Okay, but... I mean, yeah, but like, okay, anyway.
Yeah,
like...
it's still weird a grown man is doing that, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like...
Does that mean he, like... Because the AI did make her look bad. However, I want to know what that prompt was for him to do that, because he probably was trying to, like, make her more, I guess, attractive for him.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, I mean, I will just describe the shit she's wearing. Like, she's wearing, like, a
very tight shirt,
neck-shaped shirt with long sleeves.
That looks tight.
You can, yeah, it's tight on her, like,
and a short skirt. As short as it can possibly be.
It's like a mini blouse skirt.
Yeah, he's probably jerking to it.
Yeah. But like, these are the same people who secretly jerk off to like trans people and shit.
Yeah.
So they're all with those fucking liberal women because they view them as like, oh man, like really fucking assertive though, kind of like, god damn. And they're young too. God damn.
Yeah, and they're like always into goths.
Who?
Fucking MAGA people. Freaking groipers. Yeah, they're the ones who are like one goth girlfriend, please. When they like, first of all, goth culture is very like queer. First of all, so that's strike one, and not a lot of them are. Most, if not all, are probably more left leaning.
Yeah. They have no fucking tolerance for writing or fucking shit on minorities and LGBT people on a daily basis. No fucking reason. So, sorry to say, but that's just the way things are.
Yeah.
So, try about it.
It's like those fucking guys that like overly like sexualize like goths that to the point that I have like fatigue over it, that it's just like, well, I can't say this shit ironically now because I know it's just like actively hurting the culture that I do genuinely like. So it's like I'm tired.
I mean,
when I hear someone say like, oh, I want to like BDSM like goth girlfriend to step on me, I'm just like, bro, just shut up, man. Shut
I'm
up,
like,
man.
you know, I like most women in general, but like, you know, I enjoy Latina women the most, and like, I'm just, you know, I see them like fetishize so much, and I'm just like, man, I can't say the things I want to say
Yeah.
about Latinos because like there's like a ton of other widows
when
like
it's
not
actively
exactly like me, but like
and it's like actively
which is
hurting
way
that,
worse.
and it's like
Yeah,
actively hurting that community. Like just the gooning is just actively hurting the goth community just so badly that they're just
and
getting a bad rep out
it
of
just
it.
doesn't
It's
help that there's like OnlyFans
oh
models
my god, the fucking
who,
goth bop. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a whole. I'm doing it. Like it's like I have to like I have to put a disclaimer. I do find them hot.
yeah,
However, I don't like actively they are actively hurting the culture. That makes me like I actually do have a while. I followed one of them on TikTok like years ago, and like because and I was like, oh, it's attractive,
yeah,
and then maybe found out like a year or like very recently, maybe like a year, and I saw like them I saw them on like my feed, and I'm like, I haven't been on TikTok, so I was like, oh, I haven't heard about this creator in a lot. Wow, she lost a lot of weight, and I look and I see like the OnlyFans. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
okay then. And then there's this fucking. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if you saw clips. I saw somebody who's actually goth reacting to it. Was they doing that fucking cringe goth dating show, and she was on it, and she does this like really like high pitched like baby voice that like is so just gross to me. Like I feel gross. Like
Uh-huh.
that it's like you're obviously trying to do this like youthful thing that's so like gross. It's gross.
Yeah. Like you understand the demographic of people who like you don't like that to do that voice.
Yeah.
Like they want the opposite voice. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's like also the other thing.
It's such a for me
Like
personally, that's just such a turn off.
yeah, I like the same with like autistic people. Where like people like they're like some people like sexualize it, but like they also make it out to be like a cute fucking thing.
Oh yeah, they over romantic. Yeah,
Yeah, they over romanticize it. It's like, man, like autistic guys are like so cute and like innocent. It's like, no,
never heard that before.
we're both autistic. We both want to fuck women. You know, like
We're both autistic, no pussy. Sorry,
yeah,
sorry guys. Like, never heard that one before.
yeah, like
I know it's a lot. I know it's with autistic girls that they're like, oh, it's such a
yeah, they're
quirky,
like
cute.
they're so quirky and cute. It's like they're probably like just some like dark shit, like unironically.
And like, see how you handle a random call and like the middle of the night that she's having a manic episode or like having some like mental health issue. See what you're gonna do about that, buddy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be.
You're not gonna have.
You're not gonna be going like, oh, she's so cute, having a mental breakdown about, suicidal thoughts. It's like, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. People do not understand autism, and it very much shows this day and age.
No.
It's like nothing to be like, oh, you're so cute. You're so cute with your inability to like process things as a human being and like understand like how the world works around you. It's like you're so adorable. Like, thanks. I have a fucking mental breakdown 5 times a day. I really appreciate your honesty
Yeah,
about me.
thanks.
It's very cool to have, and it's great.
like honestly, if I'm like, this is like a hypothetical. Like if I'm talking to somebody and I finally like tell them I'm autistic and they're like, oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna be like disgusted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, what? Not cute.
Yeah. So it's nothing to be like, oh, that's very cute of you to have that kind of thing. Like, I don't know, just overall, like it's just such a like, don't like, baby me because I have like autism, just
Yeah.
don't. But hot take, I know this is gonna go against everything I said, but like, for the bedroom, listen, hear me out.
Hear me out.
That's the only time and place where I will let it slide. But not like to have it like being like weirdly overdone. Just, you know, just, you know what I mean, right? Like,
What do you mean?
well,
You want her to like moan in your ear that, oh, you're autistic. Your autism's turning me on.
no, like I just want her to like, I don't know. I watched the Whale movie.
You watched the Whale movie?
I watched the Whale. Yeah, finally.
Alright.
Yeah, I spent years about talking about how, I was like, hey, I want to see the Whale. And I just never ended up watching the movie for years until last night, actually. So, and I wanted to talk about it. Have you watched it? It has Brendan Fraser in it. You know who he is?
Yeah, I love Brendan Fraser.
He was fat as fuck in that movie. Kind of funny, but
Well,
it's
he had some weight problems, but he's into it. Slimmed
yeah,
down.
yeah. I know that he
But
was like
I will
lackluster.
not tolerate any hate towards the GOAT
Yeah, he is a tremendous actor.
and a tremendous human being.
Yeah, one effort as well.
I haven't seen it because I think it's still in the movies. But when I keep seeing the trailers for the freaking World War II movie that he's playing Eisenhower, and I'm like, oh man,
I think I
that's
know what movie you're talking about.
huh?
I think I know what
Yeah.
movie you're talking
I'm
about.
like I'm like him. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
go kill it, Brendan.
yeah. But yeah. So I'm going to talk about The Whale now. So it's a very sad movie about a guy named. You fucking okay, bro?
Like lean back, I almost fell. I was gonna lean back so I could let him yap, and I just feel the chair falling back, and I'm like, oh no,
That's
and I'm
the
like,
most nerve-wracking experience anyone can have. Just
I'm
when
like,
you
nope.
lean back and you think you're safe, but your chair just decides like, oh, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
let's make it seem like he's going to die.
Yeah. No.
Because like it does that thing at first where like it kind of locks for like a split second, but then it like gives in and it goes down faster than you anticipate. It's like that thing where like you think there's one more extra staircase than there actually is, and then you just like end up like stomping on the ground when you get to the bottom of the staircase. Like, alright, I look like a fucking idiot now. Fucking cool.
Even though we're supposed to have muscle memory, so we are supposed to know this. If it's like dark, like I don't trust going up or downstairs when it's like pitch black. I don't care if I'm supposed to have muscle memory, then I can have it memorized. But like
Yeah.
if it's like nighttime and like there's no lights on, I'm gonna take my time.
I mean, I wake up every morning on weekdays at 4 a.m. So like my room is like obviously always in pitch black, but I usually walk up the stairs and walk down those stairs just fine in general. But yeah, it's not like I race down or up the stairs when it's like pitch black. all that shit. Like, I don't want to die,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's embarrassing when that happens. Like, oh fuck, there's an extra staircase. Forgot about that. Like, oh, I'm at the end of the staircase. I thought there's one more. Whoops. Um, but yeah. Anyways, the whale. Um, so yeah, it's about a guy named Charlie. And he's morbidly obese, and he's like a teacher of an online school college program where he's like, hey, like it's like kind of like a Zoom call kind of thing with like, hey, write essays about this shit. And he's like, he's talking to his students like, just do your thing and be very creative about it. And like his class ends, and we see him like he's fat, so you know his he has like all these different people who like are coming into his apartment and being like, you know, in their own ways, like kind of worried about him. There's his caretaker Liv. The Liz, I honestly forgot. I'm gonna call her Liz. I think that her name was Liz, but it's one of those I just generally forgot. But you know, Liz is kind of the main person who looks after him, and she's just kind of like, you know she discovers that his blood pressure is very high, very unhealthy, and she's like, hey, you got to go to the hospital. And he's like, no, I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going to be in debt, right? And then it kind of dawns on him as the movie progresses that he's his life is inching closer and closer to ending due to his blood pressure and shit. So he's just kind of like, he decides to eventually at some point call his daughter, um, Ellen, something like that. Ellen, I think it's Ellen. Um, and, you know, she hates him because, Charlie, left her and her mother for a guy named Alan.
Oh, that's the twist.
So yeah, I mean, wait, seen it? Do you want to? Have you been wanting to see the whale?
No.
Oh, you haven't. Okay.
No.
So yeah, spoilers. Charlie's gay. Um, you know, I'll just get what I think about this movie. Those who haven't seen it still somehow. Out of the way, it's a very good movie. You should watch it. I almost cried at the end of the movie, but it's a very good movie, so I highly recommend it. Just sincerely, it's a very fantastic movie. So I just, I just highly fucking recommend it. Brendan Fraser,
Twice the go.
he gives a glorious performance, and the supporting actors, around him are not too shabby either. Everyone plays their part very well. But yeah, so calls up his daughter, and he's just like, so like, how have you been? He's like, fuck you, hate you. Lots my mother and I for some guy who used to be one of his students.
Oh.
And Charlie was like, listen, like he wasn't that young. And all that shit. And there's like this character named Thomas who is part of this church thing where like he's like trying to convert people. And um Thomas meets Charlie randomly, like at the beginning of the movie, where it's like he's like having like heart pain or some shit, and then like he just for some reason the door was unlocked. And Charlie just like hands Thomas like these papers, or like a paper with a poem on it. Um, and he's like, "Hey, read this, and Thomas just like, why do I have to read this? He's just like, read it. And then like he starts reading it, and then Charlie just like calms down, and it helps out a lot. And then Thomas is like, so why did you make me read that? It's like, well, it's a very special essay poem thing that, you know, means a lot to me. And so, you know, Charlie starts explaining how, hey, listen, like, I couldn't notice that you're kind of in need, so if you ever want to like go to church, not like that exactly, but like to be honest, I kind of just zoned Thomas out the whole time because I was just like, man, I have to deal with this kind of shit at work, to be honest, and I don't care.
You got people trying to convert you.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't fucking care. Shut up.
I don't mean to like, but I've noticed this a lot with, if you see someone who's overly religious, look at their eyes. You will see there's no like light in their eyes. You will see like emptiness.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there.
Yeah. But yeah, so Thomas is just like, hey, I really want you to have God in your life so that he can help you. And Charlie's just like, listen, you know, I've heard this all before. Okay, I believe Charlie said that like he was religious at some point. But Charlie was just like, hey, listen, like in the nicest way possible, like this is not for me, okay? And then I'm explaining everything out of order because I'm fucking terrible at doing the shit. Like, but in one of the earlier scenes, Thomas, and Liz, saw each other, and Liz kind of found out what Thomas was doing, and you know, Liz like pulled Thomas aside and was like, "Hey, listen, like, please don't try and do this with him. Like, he's not in like the position to have this happen this week, and so yeah, just don't like talk to him, please. Just don't come back." And he just keeps asking like, was like, why? What's wrong with him? Like, why? Like, what's going on? Like all these questions, and it's like, you know, was just kind of like just is like, because like just doesn't need it. And she added on how like something very special to him was taken away from the New Life thing, which is the organization thing that Thomas is from, and that Liz was also from at some point, and she had someone taken away from her as well from New Life. So yeah, like Thomas leaves and all that shit, and my God, I watched the movie last night. How the fuck am I forgetting everything? So yeah, the daughter stuff, like she just does not want to be there. She's very mad at him. She says that she's flunking school, and Charlie's just like, hey, so like, I didn't know that you were flunking, so you want me to help you with your essays? And she's just like, no, I don't want that. And as she was like leaving, like budging out, like Charlie was just like, I'll pay you to do your essays and shit. And she's like, okay. And then she just comes back and just sits down, and you know, like starts like asking her, and just starts like, you know, confiding in her that like, you know, about life and shit, because like he found her on Facebook, and like he saw like her post about like just not good things, and how he doesn't have any friends, and you know how she's full of hate and all that, and he's just like, so you know, it's I understand you. It's happened like later in the movie, I think, like in the middle, but god damn, I'm so fucking terrible at doing reviews. I fucking hate this. Um, he's just like, hey, listen, don't be full of hate, and she's just like, shut the fuck up, shut up, don't care, blah 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 blah, shut up, fat ass, fucking die. But she does say that. She does say like, you know, when she does get angry, she's just like, you know, God, I don't fucking like you. Just die already. No, you're dumb. I hate you. You loved me and my mother and her guy, and I hate you. So die. And Charlie's just like, I forgot what he said. How can I make this review go faster so I don't have to fucking go through a mental breakdown about this?
You can just talk about the ending.
Yeah, the mother like finds out that Ellen is going to Charlie's house and she's not thrilled about it, and before that it was found out that, you know, um, Thomas isn't actually from a church thing. He did pot and his parents kicked him out and sent him on like religious shit or something, that kind of stuff, and he stole money from the church, started acting like, he was a part of the church. But in reality, the thing that he does, that church, New Life or whatever, has not been doing what he implies that he's doing. So like that year at that point. So like Ellen finds out that like he's full of shit basically. And Liz actually pulls Thomas aside as well, tells him that like, hey, listen, like I want to talk to you about something. So you know, I used to have a brother who was a part of New Life, and he was devoted to it. And my father tried to put us all into like religious shit, and I was kind of like the one child who didn't really do that shit, and I was very frowned upon by my father. And then my brother, all that just kind of like went down a dark path, and nobody helped him, and eventually, you know, he killed himself. I think it's implied that he killed himself. But then eventually she added that, yeah, so my brother's name is Alan, and Charlie, and my brother were the ones that were the gay. They were gay.
Ugh.
What? What?
Gay incest?
No! Liz is the caretaker. She's an Asian woman. And her brother Alan was with Charlie. And
dun,
apparently
dun,
Alan
dun.
was the student, I guess. Keep in mind, he's like a college professor guy, I think, so it's not like he was like a fucking so obviously weird and fucked up that he left his family and shit, and Charlie understands that, but it's not like he was a fucking high school person, and he had like fucking sexual relations with like
I thought this was gonna end
student.
with the dad dying. But he just died.
Thanks for spoiling the movie.
Oh, he
Jake.
died. He dies.
So yeah, fast forward. Like as like Thomas and Ellen were like chatting it up, she was just like smoking pot in Charlie's apartment, and just like, you know, like she noticed that he was like kind of like on edge a little bit, and you know, she's just like, what, scared? And he's like, no, I used to smoke pot. And she's just like, wow, I'm so impressed. And he's just like, no, I'm not trying to impress you, like I genuinely did smoke pot. And he started smoking, and then like Ellen does this thing where like she takes pictures of like Charlie and other people and posts them on her Facebook, and then she did the same thing with Thomas, and she took pictures of Thomas, and eventually, after she found out that Thomas was basically full of shit and wasn't there what he basically said he was doing, he hid in a room where, there's like a room that Charlie, I think, shared with Alan or something like that. But he locked it, but he recently unlocked it. Just I guess because why not? and you know, Ellen started to record a voice message of Thomas confiding in her about how why he's there, about like getting caught doing pot, and his family sending him over, and taking the church money and all that shit. And you know, fast forward to the next time we see Thomas, um, uh, it you know, Thomas went over to Charlie's apartment and was like, "Hey, so I'm being, I get to go back home to my family tomorrow. Like, Ellen apparently sent like the church and my parents like the voice recording or something of me and me doing pot, and I, 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 this was such a random fucking thing that happened in the movie. I don't understand it, but like apparently like his parents forgave him and the church forgave him because it was just only money. It was just only money, so they forgave him. So yeah, he was happy that he was able to go home. But the other thing is, when Charlie, no, not Charlie, when Thomas was in the room, he saw a book. He saw the Bible, in like book stand, and he opened it up and he found a picture of Charlie and Alan together, and he put the pieces together and was like, "Oh, he's gay." Well, he already knew that prior to that. Like, actually, it's kind of fucking funny, actually. But at the beginning of the movie, when Thomas and Charlie first met, Charlie was joking out to gay porn. Um, when Thomas walked in. Um, so yeah, I mean, you know, I think he already knew anyways, but you know, he found that out and was like, "Oh my god, like that's him and his partner, I guess." And then Thomas, after he told him that he was going back home, like Thomas was just kind of like, he pulled out Charlie's Bible, his old Bible, and actually, I think it was Alan's Bible actually. Um, I think it had his name in like the first like page of the book. Um, and then Charlie was like, What the fuck? How did you get that?" Um, and then Thomas was like talking about. I honestly, this was another thing I kind of zoned out for when Thomas was talking, but like he was just uh, based on what Charlie responded with, and it was and his response to Thomas. I think Thomas was like implying like, I let me think. I think it was like, you know, Charlie was full of like guilt that he and Ellen were just in a gay relationship in general. Um, and you know, like Charlie had to explain to Thomas, like, "Hey, like I was happy with him. Like we were like in love with each other, and you know, we went on walks and we both found each other attractive and all that shit and all that stuff, and kind of like made Thomas uncomfortable and all that shit, and eventually like I I don't know, things got a little heated, and Thomas like, you know, Charlie was just like kind of like telling Thomas like more shit, and Thomas eventually like kind of snapped a little bit at him, like raised his voice, and immediately like felt bad, and Charlie felt bad, and Charlie gave him Alan's Bible, I guess, and then was like, "Go back home to your family," and that was the last they spoke. Um, and you know, I think like in like kind of the finalish scenes, Mother was there, the daughter Ellen was there, and Liz was there, and it was revealed that to Liz that, you know, Charlie was, when he convinced Ellen to stay, he convinced her uh with the principles of he would be giving all of his money to her. So he had like over 100,000 in his bank, and you know, Liz found that out, and she kind of like got devastated and felt like backstabbed because her car had like broken down in wintertime, and she had to like walk to and from her house to his house, and it was like tough on her. Um, and she didn't know that he had like all that money, not only for her car to help out with Charlie, but also that he easily could have gone to the hospital and gotten help for his pressure shit. So she felt betrayed. She walked out, and then eventually Ellen got like pissed and then was going to storm off. But before she left, Charlie was like, "Wait, like I finished the essay that you wanted. Take it." And like he's pulling it out, but like it was like in a manila envelope, so like she couldn't see it. But it was like he was like, "It's right here," and then she like took it out of his hands and walked out. And then his wife, you know, and him just started talking and reminiscing about the old days. And then he was just like, you know, "Can you hear my chest? Like, can you see if it's bad?" And she started listening in, and that's when they were like kind of reminiscing. And then she heard how bad it was in his chest, and he got angry that like one, he was in that position, but two, that he was just not taking care of himself and all that. And eventually they kind of like started to like kind of I guess like make up a little bit. But eventually she did get angry at him again when they started talking about Alan. But you know, the mother, who I forgot her name, to be honest, saw that she did see Alan in like a parking lot and helped him with his groceries, but she specified that she wanted to say a lot to him. She wanted to say things to Alan because she was kind of full of resentment and hatred towards him. But she saw that he was in a bad place the one time that she interacted with him, and the only thing she did was that she helped him with his groceries, and she didn't even say anything. She went on with her day. Um, but yeah, she stormed out and all that shit. And yeah, in like the final scene, I guess, um, Liz was there. And eventually Ellen came in and was like, she just barged in angrily. And like Charlie was like kind of close to death at that point. Like his blood pressure was getting worse. Like I'm pretty sure the night before, like the scene before this, like he started eating so much, like out of like depression, that he was just kind of ready to go. Like he told his students, like, "Hey, fuck the essays, just write whatever you want." And then the students, you know, listened to him and wrote what they were feeling and thinking. And then in the final meeting with the students, he turned on his camera, because the whole movie he never showed his students his face because he didn't want them to see who he was or what he looks like. So yeah, when he turned on his camera, eventually like the students just uh some chunk of them started laughing, some pulled out their phones to take pictures of him. um and then as like kind of a last straw kind of thing, he kind of went on about how important it was that they just be themselves, and he appreciated their essays. And was like, he just threw his laptop and broke it on the wall. And that's when the scene with Liz was there. Then Ellen barged in, but Ellen was just pissed off about how she failed her essay, and she's like, "What the fuck?" She was like angry, and um, Liz told Ellen that like, "Hey, listen, like he's dying, so like not now." And Ellen was like, "No, I want to talk to him alone." Um, so then like yeah, Liz left, and um basically Charlie was like, "Hey, read it. Read the essay I gave you." Um, and Ellen started to read it. And she was like, "Why? Why should I fucking read it?" And he was just like, "Read it." And then she started reading it, and it was the same poem that Thomas had read to him at the beginning of the movie. And Alan was just like, "What? How do you have this? Like, this is something I wrote like years ago." And Charlie was like, "Yeah, your mother gave it to me years ago, and I just held on to it." Basically, is what he said, and you know, Charlie just kind of started to, you know, start dying again, and then you know, they started to argue a little bit. But Charlie, not really Charlie, but Charlie was just kind of like, "Hey, like you're you're a good daughter. I love you. You're very special." Like all that kind of shit. And you know, at that point, like Ellen was just kind of like still like kind of hateful, but like she wanted to love him. But she saw that he was dying. And she got angry in general. I forgot about why. And then she went to barge out, but you know, Charlie was just kind of like, "Hey, listen, just fucking read the poem." Um, and as she started to read it, um, you know, um, he tried to stand up. And something I forgot to mention is that, you know, midway through the movie, um, Ellen was just kind of like, you know, when she was mad at him, like she told him to like stand up and walk over to her, but he couldn't do that. When he tried getting up, he fell down, and a table fell, and she just kind of walked out pissed off. But at that moment, as she started to eat it, like he was able to stand up, and he walked midway over to her, and um, she just kept eating it. Um, and then eventually that meme thing happened where like, you know, Charlie, you know, starts floating, levitating into the air, and then you know, he looks up, and then it fades to white, and that's definitely what implied that he dies. So because he was able to, you know, feel love from his daughter, and he was able to um hear the thing that he wanted to hear anytime he was going through something like that, which was Ellen's poem essay that she wrote years ago. The thing that calmed him down, the thing that he had held on to for years to basically keep to himself and keep it to himself. Um, and the poem was basically like talking about um, the Moby Dick novel, The Whale.
There it is.
Yeah. And that's the last thing he heard was his daughter reading her poem. The same thing that had helped calm him down over the past decade or so, I guess. And that was The Whale. So yeah, it's very fucking good movie. I fucking hate doing reviews so fucking much. So I hope you enjoyed hearing my review, my out of order review of The Whale. I don't do reviews at all that much, and this is why. Because, you know, I just I hate having to remember everything that happened in a movie and then me having to talk about it, I guess. So yeah, I mean, so yeah, The Whale is a very good movie. I give it like an 8 or something, I guess. I don't know. I fucking want to stop talking right now. So yeah, it's a good watch. I highly recommend it, even though I spoiled the entire thing. And you know, I kind
Well,
of
the movie came out like 4 years ago.
yeah,
So
but like still, I still highly recommend it, even though I talked about like a couple of twists in the movie and all that. But yeah, that's that. Very good, fun movie for the whole family to watch. So, all I guess.
I well, I never I well since I have like to like catch up. So I for my birthday I watched They Will Kill You. That was an awesome movie. That was like so when I saw Scream 7, that was like the only trailer I saw that I was like, oh, this actually looks interesting. Everything else looked like shit.
Yeah.
I watched Spider Noir. I watched it in black and white. I do want to rewatch it in color, but I watched it in black and white. That was also very good. I don't know if I brought that up, but um, I technically did not watch it. My parents pirated it. Obsession, the movie
Yeah.
everyone's talking about. I got home and they were watching like the last half hour, and I'm like, this looks pretty good. I'm gonna watch it when it actually is available to watch.
Yeah.
By myself. But it was not the movie I was expecting it. Like the plot for it, I was expecting something a bit more grounded, I guess. But it's about wishes. So I'm assuming that the guy makes the wish for the girl to be obsessed with him and everything just goes wrong. So yeah, so I basically know how it ends, but I do want to check it out when it's actually legal to get it. Check it out. Yeah, it was just I didn't know what movie they were watching, and then I'm like hearing like dialogue, and I'm like, this is Obsession, isn't it? I'm like, this is. But yeah, I was not expecting it to be like have like supernatural elements to it. I was expecting a more grounded movie from what people were talking about it. But I guess it's about wishes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, wasn't ruin it, but I was expecting something a little more like realistic, I guess. With it. Yeah. Yes. Um. Yeah, that's all I've been. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah.
I haven't watched much. Yeah. I think I'm just waiting for the Hollywood Arts, the Victorious revival to drop on Netflix. I don't even know when that's happening, but waiting for that, I guess.
The Victorious revival?
Yeah, kinda. They kind of say it's like a spin-off, but it's technically a continuation. And it's about Trina.
Okay.
Being a teacher at Hollywood Arts.
Are in it?
I don't know. They're probably it's either I don't know much, but you know Helen from Drake and Josh, since she was the principal, is gonna be in it.
How much of the main group is in it?
Let's
if it's like
let's
if it's more than not half of them, then stop. Just don't even do this. Don't even fucking make the show.
So, I mean, it's Trina, so I'm not gonna complain about that. But I will say it's probably if they haven't confirmed anything, and I'm not gonna look it up. I want to actually to me, it's either gonna be like a surprise kind of thing with Tori, or it's gonna be like Selena in the Wizards revival that she's like barely gonna be in it. Which I found out they killed her off, which I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I found that out too a while ago, and I was like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Only not the main character as a choice.
Yeah,
but you do you. I mean, I don't know.
So yeah, let's write it down. So obviously, there's like no way Ariana is in it. Let's get that. Let's peel that bandit. There's no way.
Yeah, no.
Either, and I think it's for two, and it's for the obvious two reasons. One, she'd probably be really expensive and probably be over budget to get. Yeah. And two, she probably does not want to be Cat ever again.
Yeah.
She's probably wants nothing to do with that character ever again. So that's one. Leon, Andre, he's killing it right now in music right now. So I'm not. I can see why he probably doesn't want to do acting. He's killing it with music right now. You know, he won some Grammys. Bad respect. I think his song and this irritates the crap out of me. He made a really good song that came out I think last year or the year before. That was Mutt or something like that. And every time I'm in the car with my mom, she skips the song, and I'm like, "You got a problem with Andre? Come on now."
Yeah.
So yeah, I can that one. Yeah, I mean, obviously the best character, one of the best characters in Victorious, should be in there, but obviously he's probably way too busy with music to do it. The other one that would probably likely, because he probably doesn't do much except DJing, would be Matt Bennett, aka Robbie.
Yeah.
I know. I think he did a DJ show in our area, and I was like, damn, I missed that shit. Yeah. So if he's not DJ, I could see him coming back, but probably not.
I just think if a lot of people are busy with their lives and most of them are not willing to come back, a revival is out of the question. You shouldn't revive make a spin-off of a show.
If you guys just want a fucking revival, you should just watch the Zoom meeting they did back in COVID. But you would have to deal with Dan Schneider, though.
Yeah, I think he was there.
Yeah, he was in there. So you would have to deal with him.
Yeah. Which, fair enough.
He's the guy.
He is the person who made the show, so I guess it's only right. But
I remember when it dropped, I was talking to some online friends, and because in the Zoom meeting he was holding the Rex puppet, and I was like, someone needs to get that puppet away from that man. That needs to be in a museum.
It's not the first time he was a small person.
get him away. Get that puppet. That should be in a museum. I don't want it in his grubby little hands. I don't care if he's the creator.
I think his small little grubby hands was inside the doll, if you catch my drift.
So yeah, I don't know what Liz Gillies is doing these days, because I know she was on Dynasty, and I think that got canceled. So I don't know what she's up to. Evan, I don't know what he's up to. I haven't seen I think the last thing I heard he was in the Resident Evil movie. That's pretty much it. He was Leon. I think that's all of them. I'm not. I don't think I'm missing.
Back?
That Avon is back. Avon's back.
I see.
Liz Gillies was Jade.
Right.
Yeah, Tori, Andre.
What's?
I don't know, but I would actually be shocked if he didn't come back.
Yeah,
I would find it really funny that he's still a teacher there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it will be on Netflix in 2026, but we don't know. I don't know. There hasn't been any updates yet, so it could get delayed.
You know what happens? Who fucking knows how long it will last? Those kinds of shows, from what I've heard of, don't fucking run for long.
Except Raven's Home.
Some of them.
Yeah, except that's a Raven one.
Yeah.
And I think, and I've talked about it, and I probably talked about it in FGC or early NerdVibed, but my tinfoil hat is I think iCarly got the boot because of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
That I think it couldn't have kept going, and apparently they're gonna do a movie to wrap things up, but again, I haven't heard anything yet. We haven't heard any updates because they said, hey, we're gonna start shooting it early 2026. 2026 is halfway done. No updates yet.
Yeah.
So who knows? I know a lot of people did not like the revival. I really did enjoy it. Obviously it's not, what we wanted. And not everybody was in it, but I just think having it be more adult was just the direction to go.
Yeah. I mean, what, you fucking want them to do the random dancing scene still? Like,
yeah, that was like a big thing with like everyone's criticism was like, oh my god, we barely saw her do her web show, and it's like, did you want them to do it?
did you want her to still do
Did
it?
you
At the age of 30?
because if they did like, because they kind of knew if like, hey, if we do like internet like more internet, like it could get dated, it could get cringy.
Yeah,
So
like,
they cut
it
back
makes,
on it.
like, what, she was like an influencer or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, Carly probably stopped doing the show at some point and just became an influencer. Like, it makes sense. You know?
yeah,
Like,
that's what
it's
kind of they were going with. That she was more of like the influence, like more of like a modern influencer.
Yeah.
Plus, everyone would be mad of her doing the web show by herself,
Yeah.
being like, and it's like, well, I don't like her best friend's black now. Like,
Yeah.
she was
Mhm.
fun. I thought she was funny and she was hot, so I don't know why I ever. I don't know why I ever. I get it. I know I miss Sam too, but you know, and it does pain me that the last we see of Sam is on fucking Sam and Cat.
Yeah.
God, I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah, that show sucked ass.
That
Should have never.
I would say like the cracks started to form with like Dan Schneider's like shows with like late iCarly and late Victorious, and
Yeah.
then it just cracked open with when Sam and Cat dropped.
Yeah, yeah, like when iCarly was soon to end and when Victorious was probably
Which
in the
shouldn't have
middle.
gotten a proper finale, but
But yeah, when those shows were running, like, that's when people just started to not fucking care. And then the next thing I heard about from Dan Schneider was like Game Shakers, and I was
that
like,
was at that every time I've seen like clips of it, it looks just genuinely terrible.
yeah, and
yeah, and then like Henry Danger was like the last one.
yeah.
Then he got fired or whatever.
I mean, I've seen a couple clips of Henry Danger. It's not the worst thing. It's infinitely better than Game Changers, in my opinion. But I've seen a couple clips from Henry Danger, not like specifically the main series yet. I know there's been like spin-offs, I'm pretty sure, and all that shit. But
Hey, I
like,
think there's like an animated one too. I'm
yeah,
like,
but
what
like
the
I've seen
fuck?
like the show, and there's like a couple clips that I admittedly, alright, I see the appeal. Like, there's a couple funny moments I've seen, to be honest. But yeah, I just, Dan Schneider's time was up.
Yeah, and
For
it was obviously just
things more than one.
just for me as a viewer, it was just the last was Sam and Cat, like
I mean,
early Sam and Cat.
It wasn't even intended for us, anyways.
Yeah, by the time like those shows were out, like Game Shaker, it was like I was
Yeah,
out. I was out of.
I stopped watching iCarly like midway through that series. I watched a little.
It did
bit
have
of
a real. The
Victorious.
finale was really good though for iCarly.
Yeah.
Finale was really
Oh,
good.
you had to be there for the fucking.
Oh
finale.
god, you fucking crying like
It's her dad. It's her fucking dad.
I'm still not emotionally, because I've been like thinking about it a lot, and I'm like, man, I don't think I've emotionally recovered from those fucking shows ending. Like I'm
Yeah.
still like it's like the kids like now like they had to be there. They just had to be there. They wouldn't understand. When you were like watching Nickelodeon, either if you were watching reruns, even just like, well, obviously I was watching Nickelodeon when Drake and Josh was like, but I was mainly watching reruns on like Team Nick.
Yeah.
But like, just like being like that, like just that, like you had like they would never understand like when an iCarly when there's like a new iCarly or a new Victorious episode dropped, you had to stop what you're doing and you had to make sure you were there at 8:00.
8 o'clock heavy, 8 to 9 central.
Okay? Yeah, yeah.
I never understood that shit. We're like 8 to 9 central time. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
I'm 9. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I'm 9 years old. I don't know what that means.
What is 8 to 9 central time? Like, what? the fuck are you talking about?
But yeah, like they just don't understand
Yeah, they don't.
how just peak it generally was. And
They-
yes, I know I get it. They have not aged well. And yes, I know, like, they had to, like, they've done so, like, on streaming, they've had to, like, they altered, like, episodes of, like, all of them. Because then which is very fucking stupid, which I get why they're doing it, but at the same time, you're kind of admitting it was a bad thing to do.
What?
So they pretty much censored, like, a lot of episodes of, they would, like, re-edit or, like, cut stuff out. Like, on, like, Victorious, like, the episode where they were all stuck in the van on the hot day, as they were
I
all
remember
dying
that.
of heat stroke.
Yeah.
They cut out the scene of underage Ariana in a bikini getting hosed down by the grown men with water guns. They cut that scene out. Yeah, there's a YouTuber I watch who does, like, commentary on, like, all the shows. Aggressively Accurate. I highly recommend his channel if you're very into, like, the nostalgia of those shows as I am, because, like, watching his channel, I'm watching him cover these episodes, and I'm like, man, Dan Schneider kind of sucked at his job. Like, he will point out the amount of, like, continuity errors and, like, and I'm like, and he will say, like, all the time, there's supposed to be someone on set who's supposed to be like, hey, this needs to match.
Yeah.
But it happens so much.
I hate when shit and shows that happen with that, which is like they just forget characters for some reason.
It's not even like stuff. It'll just be like minor things, like he'll like comment if, like, the outfit changed or, like, the positions are, like, different. Like, it's like the only one, and I did watch it, but from what I've seen, and I do, if it gets back on streaming, I want to do a binge of it. The only one that seems to have held up the most is Big Time Rush. So that same YouTuber, he did a celebrate Pride Month, I guess. He did a top, like, 20-25 list of, like, the best cross-dressing scenes on those shows. And there's this one where Gustavo is in drag, and it's just, like, out of nowhere he gets run over by a bus. And it's like so fucking stupid. Just like they're trying to get a picture, like, they're trying to do this thing where they're like, they want to look good for, like, the paparazzi or something. So they're like, okay, we're gonna help this old lady across the street. So they're, like, trying to take a picture, and you just see in the background him get hit by a bus and get sent, like, ragdoll flying. It's like the stupidest thing. And I'm like, and I saw that clip, and I'm like, I think I need to revisit Big Time Rush.
Yeah. Time Rush was also a good show.
Yeah, I did. Like, I watched it, but I just wasn't a diehard compared to, like, the Schneider shows.
I only really fucked with the first 2 seasons.
Of what?
Big Time Rush.
I'll have to see for myself.
Yeah.
If it still holds up.
I remember the first episode very much.
Again, like, I think I did see this episode. Like, technically Big Time Rush was the only Nickelodeon show to have a SpongeBob crossover, technically. Which is very impressive.
Yeah.
Because Steven Hillenburg forbid crossovers.
Yeah.
But yet Patchy the Pirate showed up.
Oh, wow.
And that's pretty awesome.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I when I watched, like, the comment, like, when I was watching Aggressively Average's video about it, I watched it, like, a couple of times, and I'm like, I didn't know this happened. And then I'm watching, like, the clips of the episode, and I'm like, I think I've seen this.
Yeah.
I think I saw this episode. Like, I think I saw this episode.
I just looked up the guy's channel. Yeah, I watched this guy's videos before. Yeah. So, youtube.com at aggressively average. Highly recommend if you're someone our age, because if you're like way younger than us, like you probably would not give a fuck about this channel.
Yeah, it's like when it's like on my TV, so it's like when he drops a new video, I'm like, I gotta stop what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to stop until he does all the series.
Yeah.
Like, very funny commentary. I get to reminisce about these shows as well.
Yeah.
So it's like you get a good, you get good content out of it.
Yeah.
You get to reminisce about these episodes you grew up with and have a good laugh at the commentary of how when you apply actual logic to some of the situations, some of the predicaments. Like I think he did the episode where they like pretended to, when like the Drake and Josh episode where they like had a hotel. Well, they used their house as a hotel, and it got out of control. And he just goes like, "Doesn't Josh have a job? Like, why is he worried about losing $200? Like, don't you have a job, bro? Bro, don't you have a job? Like, why are you go? And why did you let Drake spend all the money when you were probably there with him? Like, why didn't you stop him?"
Yeah.
That fucking Mexican robot going like "por favor" is like a core memory for me.
Yeah, I think I know that. I I don't mean to intrude, but it's going to be an hour and 30 minutes long. It's about to be 7:30. I think we should be wrapping this up.
Yeah,
by
let's
now.
wrap it up.
So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Jake. Thanks for watching.